G'day YouTubers, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to have a quick look at the Ammo Barge and then go and fish around the Kaptain Neilsen wreck. I've got some footage from the sounder of the area around the Kaptain Neilsen wreck so you get an idea where the fish hang out. I'm getting away nice and early this morning. It's, what is it? 3:57 and I'm already nearly out past the beacons, ready to put on some speed. Beautiful day. This is the wreck of the Ammo Barge. There's not a lot left of it now. There's only just the one big lump, which I believe is the boiler from the ship. You'll see that come up on the bottom, a lot of fish hanging around it. I didn't waste too much time there because I didn't get any really good readings on the 2D sounder, although the fish were showing up in the 3D. I tended to think they were a bit on the small side, so I just had one drift over it and moved on. I think the lump that we can see on the bottom just here is what's left of the Ammo Barge. From what I understand of it, there's only the boiler left, the rest of the ship is pretty much disintegrated, so that appears to be what we're seeing down there now on the 3D view. I moved on to the Kaptain Neilsen, and all these shots from the sounder from here on in the video are all going to be around the Kaptain Neilsen area. It's not just the wreck itself, there's a lot of structure down there, as you'll see in the bottom shots, particularly in the 3D shots. They're the ones that you should be concentrating on. You'll see there's a lot of structure down there and a lot of fish holding around that structure, not just the wreck itself. So there's quite a large area that you can fish around here. You'll notice that I've left the GPS coordinates up on the left hand side of the sounder screen, so as you see that structure you'll be able to record the approximate coordinates of it. Bear in mind that it's a 3D view, so we're going a fair way left and right of my actual position. The GPS coordinates will show my actual position, and you'll notice that the structure is sometimes 20-30 metres to the left or to the right of it. I'm not always directly over it. But you've got an approximate spot there, you'll be able to find it if you search around, and certainly you'll be wanting to search around to find where the fish are anyway. Oh, I've still got a bait there, something grabbed it and took a little run. Just let go. I'll just leave it there and see if anything comes back. I knew that had happened as soon as I got a coffee. Just dropped a legal snap at the bait. Another one on here, but he's not nearly as big. Shit. Didn't have the net ready. Tried to lift it out. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I'm just going to let the remainder of the sonar videos play through with a little bit of background music. As I said before, you can get the GPS marks off the left hand side of the screen, and you can see the structure down there in the 3D view. But don't ignore the 2D view, because that is interesting. In the numbers that appear on the screen are the estimated sizes of the fish. Now, because I haven't got the 2D view tuned in as well as I'd like, I'm not sure how much to believe that. However, the fish that I've caught since I've had this new sounder have been in the size range that it predicted. I've caught a lot of smaller ones too, but that's understandable because I've got the sounder set up not to tell me about anything under 40 centimetres. Another one not big. one, but not big enough. I don't think I've got anything on. I might have something. Not putting up much of a fight, but with some weight there. Something jagged, spinning in the current. Brim. Here's two. Not jagged, but well on the side of the mouth. What is he? Oh, he's actually legal. Not legal enough. Go back. Quick addition of weight with a quick thinker. Oh, mate, we're in business again. Got something on here. Just quiet. Staying tiny again. Let's see. 23. Something on here. Small. Something like that. A bit bigger than I thought. Not a keeper. How far off is he though? That's the question. Oh, is he? He's going to be close. Put him on the stick. No, 34. Just shy. There's the weight. like that off. Ah. Just bitten straight off. Mackerel or something. Yep, just bitten off. Bloody jigs are too expensive to do that with. Huh. I'll just apologise now for the poor quality of the 2D sounder screen. I am working on it. I've only had it out for a couple of trips and it'll take me a couple more trips before I get that tuned in right. You'll notice in this video of the sounder screen that we're not moving very much. The boat's sort of oscillating, the wind and the current combined, there's no movement there. The third decimal place of the minutes section of the GPS coordinates is worth around about 2 meters, so we're pretty much in the same spot. But I'm going to play it all because what is interesting about it is the fish that move under us. There's a lot of small fish and bait skills going under us, but if you look in the 2D view, you'll notice some larger fish as well. There's a lot of artefacts down there. Because we're staying in much the same spot, we know they're artefacts because there's concentrations of fish and you lump underneath them, so they're artefacts of the sounder. There's also the fact I think I'm getting a little bit of crosstalk between the sounder transducers. I know what I can do to address that, I just haven't done it yet. I'm a little bream. Once I get all the artefacts and things sorted out, I'll do a short video on just how I set my system up to get rid of them, in case it helps someone else. If you're not real familiar with how a sounder works, what we're watching scroll past us here is not actual movement along the bottom, it's time that we're watching scroll past. We're seeing the history of what's been under us at a given time. There you go, that's the third time I've been bitten off here this morning. Lost a good lure and been bitten off twice on the hooks. 40-pound trace. So, okay. I've still got a bit of work to do to get all this cleaned up. The 2D view I'm really unhappy with. I think there's several things wrong with it, and I'll start working on them over the next few trips. It should improve a little bit each trip until it's pretty good. Bitten off again, bottom hook, clean off. Did not even see a bite on that one. It's been a good trip. I've covered a lot of ground and got sounder shots for you guys. I caught a lot of small fish. I had a really nice snapper on. He would have gone, I reckon, around the 60 centimetre mark. I dropped him right at the bait. The camera battery had gone flat, so although I pressed the button to turn it on, nothing got recorded. I didn't want to take the time to get the net ready because I could see he wasn't hooked all that well, so I just grabbed the line and I thought I'll lift him in quickly. Well, he'd no sooner cleared the water than he gave a bit of a flip and off he went. That was a bit galling. Later on, I had this fish grab the line and go for a tremendous run. It took about 150 metres of line. I had about 6 pound of drag set on a 20-pound line, and it wasn't making much of an impression on him, although towards the end I thought he might have been about ready to turn and let me take a bit back. I felt a couple of bangs on the line. His tail had hit the line, and I thought, oh, I hope that doesn't break. It was only a few seconds after that he bit through the line holding the bottom hook. So all I got back was my rig and the top hook. Bit disappointing. So that was a couple of bits of real excitement out there, and as I said, I really enjoyed sounding around, having a look at all that structure on the 3D. It came up well. I hope you guys get something out of it and helps you catch some fish in that area. I've got some more videos like this coming, so if you've enjoyed it and got something out of it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss them. Until next time, good fishing.